This video is all about components. What are they? What are great components, or how to build a good component, and how to sort them, how to categorize them, and what should be present in a component that it gives the most value. So let's start and see how we are going to name them, how we are going to categorize them, what should be present in a component. So first thing is that there are two major types of components. How we are going to build a component. Try to see which is the most highly frequently used thing or design element on your design. For example, buttons, they are going to be used again and again. Text, that is going to be used again and again. Headings, they are going to be used again and again. So all these can be components. There could be smaller components, there could be major composite components or bigger components that are called molecules. So first we are going to look at high frequency components, the components that are going to be used again and again. Second is we are going to see which component is going to show the essence of our brand, or you can see whenever a customer, they look at that component, they are going to guess that this is Google's product or this is Airbnb. So we have to, these components, they have high value components because they are going to show your brand, they are going to tell the story of your brand. So you have to also categorize them. You have to create high value, high frequency components also. So what are different, you can say, different properties of a good component? So first is purposeful. Whenever you are creating a component, it should solve a design problem. If it is not solving a design problem, then I think it is not a component. Second is that reusable. So reusable doesn't mean that we have to use the same button again and again. Reusable means that we can easily change its color and shape. It is not good for a single use case, or it is not used just in forms. You can use them it anywhere. Third is that it must be flexible. Flexibility comes from you can change its color, you can change its size, you can change its style. So these are three things that are going to make it flexible: size, color, and style. Maybe you can outline that same button and use it somewhere else. So that is, I'm going to show you some examples over here. Let's see one example. And here you can see, let me show you. You can see over here, if you look at this Airbnb page, this bigger component, this top header component where we have show all photos, that is very specific to Airbnb. So whenever you show this, just this whole product, this whole component, the bigger component, anyone is going to guess that this is Airbnb's website. Then again, this component over here, this $113 per night, this whole block of card, pricing card or checkout card, is actually showing the essence of this whole brand, this whole company or firm. So this is going to be very, very unique to this product. Okay, so these are high value components. Okay, so let's come to the reusability or flexibility of a component. You can see over here we have check availability, a button, very nicely designed. And if we go down over here, you can see this is again a button, show all 11 amenities, and it is same shape, same height, same curves of the borders, roundness of the borders, corners, and the same style, same size, everything. Even the text size is the same, just the colors are different, and there is style difference of a thin border line. So this is called the flexibility of a component. So this is actually the same component but with different style. So these are what you should have in a component: reusability, flexibility, and and solving a problem. For example, you can see here this button is actually showing all this place is going to offer. So it is actually hiding some of the features. So if you click on it, and this is going to show you all different 11 amenities over here. Similar, but this button, this is actually solving a problem that is very unique. That is actually unique product feature, that is actually check the availability. So this is actually going to book or show you the availability of this place. And similarly, you can see this button, this is totally different. It has smaller size, it has icon, it has less spacing around it, because it is serving a different purpose altogether. It is going to show you all the photos. So these are different button styles, and these are they have different purposes. Okay, so that is it. Let's move to the next slide. Okay, so the next question is how we are going to group them, how we are going to name these components. This is a very big question. First thing is always categorize them on basis of purpose. So if you have headings or text, they are going to be sit on a single page or style guide page where you are going to style all the text. Then we have purpose is like, for example, we have a checkout page. Okay, or we have a Airbnb property page, for example. Let's say we have property page. So we are going to so we are going to group all those cards or all those related components that are going to sit on or are related to that specific page or that specific feature. Okay, so you are going to group them like that. So it is going to help you create larger or group larger components. Like we have cards, we cannot scatter those cards on different pages. For example, all cards that are related to product page, we have to keep them on a single page. Next time whenever a new designer came in, he can easily see that these are all the components related to our product page. So this is how you are going to group your components. Next, let me show you some of the naming conventions. For example, headings, we can have mega heading, H1, H2, H3. We can also name them related to what the coders actually use or are familiar with, heading dash blog. So you can see this heading dash blog is very related to the purpose of this heading rather than its size. So I am categorizing or using the name based on the purpose of that heading, that it is going to be the heading of the blog post. Then we have cards, landing card, sign up card, footer large. So these are different cards that are going to be page specific, or you can say name specific, that this name shows their purpose. Third is buttons. So never name your buttons like blue button, red button, green button. That doesn't show or tell the story of a purpose. So you have to name them primary action buttons, secondary action buttons, or drop down buttons, or maybe or you can also call them checkout buttons or checkout page buttons, something like that. That is going to show the purpose of that button. So let me show you the example. Let me show you again the same page over here. So Airbnb, you can see over here, if you look at this pinkish red button, it is actually the primary action button over here. So it is the primary button over here on this page. So if you look at all other buttons, they don't show that much of a pop. Pop means that they are not very visible, or they are a bit subdued, or they have been limited in their style, and you can say saturation. So you can see this is a gray button, white and gray. Again over here, if we look over here, this is again a grayish white button. It doesn't have any colors. Then if we go down, contact host, this is again button that is dull and gray and almost mixed with the background. But you can see over here, if we let me bring it down, so you can see the check availability is still at the top and it shows you that it is a primary action button. So you have to name them that this is a primary action button, and you can see over here this style is actually our secondary action button or tertiary action button. So this is the hierarchy and purpose built into your design system. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson and learned something new. I will meet you soon in the next lesson. Till then, take care. Bye bye.